So after I did my last video about, the lines that I collect, I started looking up the NECA figures again. And come to find out, they discontinued the boys, man. So this is where I had the section laid out for the boys figures. And I figured there was going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just work their way down and see how many they came up with. I didn't have that shelf. I just added that shelf this weekend because of what we're going to do today. But that had me a little salty. So now I have this blank spot right here that's been reserved for the boys, but there is no boys coming. So I took Homelander, Starlight, and Black Noir down. I put them somewhere else in the room, and now I'm going to dedicate this to something else. But it's not just going to be like a regular shelf. I don't want a whole bunch of dudes just looking at me like I owe them money. For those of you who remember when I made this like last month, this is my X-Men vs. Avengers section. So I put these guys together and I try to recreate themes that I'm used to from when I was growing up. So I was thinking to myself, if I'm going to use this section right here, I don't want it to be just a bunch of people sticking around just looking at me. That's going to defeat everything I got going on. So looking under this shelf right here, I looked down and I was like, wait a minute. Why don't I have this going on right here? So I was thinking to myself, not to drag this out, we're going to make a Street Fighter versus Marvel shelf right there. And I went through the game and I noticed that I can have just as many Marvel figures right now as I do Street Fighter figures. So with that being said, let's crack open these new Street Fighter figures and try to put them together with the Marvel figures and try to make that work up there. And then you guys let me know if this is a go or not. All right, so I picked up these 6 Street Fighter 2 figures right here. For those of you who've been keeping up with this, then you probably know the whole 6 I got, but maybe there's some people who don't know the 6 I got. I will tell you one thing for sure. You guys do not know who I'm going to match up with them. They are from the game. Are they, game accurate? Not really, but they are characters from the game. So I pulled out 6 people from spots in my collections that are in the game that won't really interrupt anything else I got going on. So with that being said, let's see what the first one's all about. Starting off as the first figure I'm ever going to open for my Street Fighter collection, we got Ryu. Not for nothing. This guy had to go first. I mean, I would never start a collection without this guy. So just to be clear, this is not going to be a review or anything like that because this is the first time I'm opening Street Fighter figures. So, what do I know? Let's just open this up together, share the experience, and then try to match these guys up with the Marvel characters and see if that's something that comes out hot. So this would literally be my first ever Jada Toys Street Fighter unboxing ever, and I am totally excited. This figure is fully articulated. It feels good, doesn't feel cheap. It has soft goods on the top with the gi. I love that Ryu expression. Even the fireball has detail in the fact that you can see his hands through the fireball, so it's almost like it's coming through them. The fireball has a stand. I mean, I got this guy for $22, not for nothing. People are over there raising figures $34, $35, and I don't know, man. There's a new sheriff in town. We gotta see what's going on. So this is what's going on with Ryu. I like this guy a lot, but like I said, this is not a review. We just unboxing them, and I want to match these guys up. So let's move on to the next one. Really quick before we move on, I think it is important to show that he does come with an alternate head sculpt, and he does come with a closed pair of fists. So he has an alternate pair of hands and a head sculpt, a fireball accessory, and a stand along with the figure. So that's what you get with Ryu. So most of you guys know I'm an out-of-box collector, but I do keep my boxes. And I love this box right here. You're not going to tell me nothing about this box. This box is really different. It's really nostalgic to me. And I like everything about it. Every single one of them has the back artwork. It has the old school Street Fighter players on the bottom. I mean, I saw this and I was like, yo, how have I not been on this? But I want to say shout out to all my followers. Shout out to my subscribers, people who watch my videos. You guys gave me this idea about Jada Toys and I took it to heed. And not for nothing, these are some of my favorite characters. I just didn't realize how well done they were. But this is what's going on. So let's open up Chun-Li next. And for my second Street Fighter figure ever, we sticking to the classics with Chun-Li. And I mean, come on. Nobody's going to tell me that this is not dope right here. It's looking like each and every one of these figures are coming with some official effects. This lightning kick right here is everything. The fact that her leg can go into each and every one of them effortlessly, however I want it, is everything. I put it in the middle one because I got it on this spinning disc. And yeah, it's kind of hard to balance them. But not really. I got on one leg and this stand is doing it. She comes with an extra head and an extra set of hands. But do we really need more? Do we really need more? I'm already feeling like Street Fighter is going to take the win for the effects alone. If this keeps it up, I'm going to be super happy. Like, oh my God, I'm really feeling these figures right here, and they feel really good. These feel better than X-Men 97 figures. These feel really well made. Chun-Li was the one who made thick a thing before being thick was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's the original Thigh Master right there. So let's see what's going on with the next one. I mean, I'm hoping they all different. I mean, I would be mad if Ken and Ryu was kind of the same. I get it. But everybody else, nah, son. These guys got me spoiled quick. The third figure that we're going to unbox today is going to be M. Bison. We got to have a bad guy in the mix. And I want us to got, he's not out yet, though. You know what I'm saying? To my knowledge, I have the 6 original members that's out. I know they have some player 2s, but I mean, as far as just the individual character, I believe I have these 6. Gayu is coming out next week with Cammy and DJ, and I'm going to grab those 3. So these are not reviews. One thing I do want to say, though, if you do like this box, you're going to want to open it from the bottom. This is the only box I know. You have to open it from the bottom. You see how it's kind of like bigger here? So if you open it from the top, you're not going to be able to slide it out, and you don't want to have to open 2 times. So what I did was I just opened it from the bottom, slid it out, do what I got to do, put it back. All right. With that being said, it's M. Bison time. And here we are with M. Bison. I mean, I could not be more impressed. He got the cloth wired cape. He does not have the Psycho Crusher ability, and I'm thinking that's because it's his whole body. That's probably like some deluxe figure jump off. But I am not mad at this right here. He comes with an extra set of hands. He comes with the Power Punch flame effect. He does have 2 silver things. I don't know where they go right now. I mean, I'll figure that out later. It does not go on the shoulders, I believe, because there's no way to clip it in. But, you know, whatever. I will figure that out as it comes. Right now, I just want to unbox these guys. And this is M. Bison. I'm telling you right now, with every single one I open, I can already tell you I am going to get each and every single one of these guys. Number 3 is our first bad guy, M. Bison. Moving up to number 4, and that's going to go to Ken. I am fully expecting this figure to be just like Ryu with like color swaps, and that's about it. But let's open them up, see if there's any differences. And not for nothing, I never had a problem with a carbon copy in the game. I'm not going to have a problem with the carbon copy on my shelf. And straight out the box, this is your boy Ken. Now, one thing that I can tell you that's different between Ken and Ryu is that Ryu has the soft goods on the top. Ken does not have soft goods on top. But I really like the way that plastic fits. It's different. It doesn't feel cheap. It's kind of form-fitting, and it also has like a texture to it that you can actually like feel it, and it bends with it. It doesn't make him feel stiff, if that makes sense. So, you know, I'm not mad at this at all. It has the fireball effect, just like I assumed. It's pretty much Ryu with a different suit, just like we've always expected in the game. I would assume that future versions will come with like the uppercuts and, you know, the helicopter kick and things like that. But right now, we are doing fireballs, and I'm happy to have both of them because I have a feeling both of these guys are going to jump somebody. But, you know, let's just figure it out. I'm not a psychic, but, you know, that's what I'm feeling. Number 5, and I hope I do not butcher this guy's name, but my whole life I've been calling him Fei Long. I mean, he might be Fei Long. I don't know, but, you know, YouTube is full of English scholars who love to go in the comments and turn into English teachers. So with that being said, it could be wrong. I don't know. But Fei Long it is for me right now. So out of everybody that I've picked up so far, this is probably my least impressive figure. But I was never really attached to this guy in the game as it was. I mean, he came out later in the day, so like he's not like the original 8, you know what I'm saying? But still, this character is done well for somebody who only has a pair of pants and a bare chest. I like it a lot. His pants are really detailed. They almost look like corduroys. They have that much detail to it. And I feel like, oh man, I didn't even want to say that. I was just about to say something, but I know you guys are probably waiting. I'm not going to say it. So all I'm going to say is, other lines may not have done that. They may have just painted it and called it a day. I like the fact that they added the detailed stripes and you can feel the texture on those pants. His special effect is dope too. I mean, when he's going straight up in the air, I already know that move. I already know how I'm gonna put this guy. There's only one way I could put him where he's gonna like make sense. So yeah, Fei Long is number 5. And the last character on my list is going to be one that was not my favorite growing up. But every time I look at this box, I'm like, yo, homie is dope. I've never questioned my childhood so much, but I hope I'm saying it right. And his name should be Dowsum. And he's the last character that I needed right now to flesh this out. So let's open him up and see what's going on. And the last figure of the night is going to go to the one figure I thought that I would like the least, but come to find out, he's actually like in 4th, 5th place. I think I like Fei Ling the least, but I like all of these figures. Now, Dowsum, I remember him, yo. I used to cheese with the Yoga Fire, Yoga Flame, Yoga Flame, Yoga Fire all day, all day. You be hot, you be hot. And then when you come, you hit it with the long foot from down the block and hit it with the yoga flame again. I remember this guy clearly. And then he started to teleport, and I was like, okay, this guy's becoming a problem. He does have those long limbs, and I think those are bendable. I'm not going to take them out yet because I want to wait for the posing. There's a lot of things. They're not going to fit on the circle stand anyway. They're too long. He does come with a long pair of legs that I think are bendable and a long pair of hands. He does also come with an alternate set of just hands without the arms and an alternate head. I mean, not bad for Dowsum. I would have rather get a fire effect, but at the same time, everybody else is getting fireballs, and his one thing is to stretch. So why not capitalize on that? So yeah, this is what's going on. Now I want to take a quick look at who are these guys going to beef against. Let's figure that out. All right, so this is what I'm thinking right now. I went through my room and I found 6 Marvel characters that are in the game that I wouldn't mind missing from my other shelves. So let's start this off. Tiger Stripe Wolverine. You know he got to be in the mix. There was 2 Wolverines actually in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. So I need to have one of them. And I'm not going to miss this one. He was actually in my Phoenix Saga shelf. But then I started scratching my head. And I was like, yo, I remember clearly when I was reading X-Men 1, my original Jim Lee X-Men to me had the brown suit Wolverine. So I was like, yo, the Tiger Stripe came later. So I could take him out, put my brown one in the Jim Lee X-Men, and then have this guy fighting over there with the Street Fighters, because my Astonishing X-Men is beefing with the Avengers right now, so he's a little busy. So the first runner-up is Wolverine. Second runner-up is going to Iron Man. And now, yes, I already know, guys, they have the Iron Man with the proton cannon. Now he's on my list. I saw him before. I didn't have a purpose for him, but now I want to get him. So in the meantime, I got this Iron Man that I'm not going to miss from my Infinity War section. I took him out, and there's plenty more Iron Mans to go there, so nobody's going to miss him. We're going to put him down here to fight the Street Fighter guys in the meantime, and we'll just look at him as a player 2 or a special costume guy, unlocked version. You know what I'm saying? The third Marvel character that we're going to slap in the mix is going to be Venom. I went through the list, and yeah, Venom is on there. So I have about 7 Venoms, and this is the one that I want to fight against the Street Fighters. He's my favorite Venom also, and he has the Eddie Brock face. I'm going to look at it like he's just putting the costume on. It's about to wrap up, but Venom got to be in the mix. I don't want to hear nothing. Then right here, we're going to slap in a quick Sabretooth, because Sabretooth is in the game too. And I'm like, yo, hold up, man. We got to get all these guys going, man. So we got 6 Street Fighters right now. We got 4 Marvel people, and I'm thinking that these right here could beef it out, but we still got 2 more. Hold up. I haven't opened this guy yet because I've been waiting for a reason to open my Ultimate Captain America. But guess what? I'm looking at this guy, and all he says to me is stars and stripes, stars and stripes. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to open him right now, and he's beefing with these guys. I'm not going to bother opening him on camera. It's not that deep. I'm just opening him brand new, but I have a reason to open him now. So let's put him in the back. Now, for the last character, I did have a choice. I could have put Omega Red in there because I have a couple of Omega Reds, but I don't know, man. I just didn't feel right about that. So this is going to be my version of the last player. And we're going to slap in Ben Reilly Spider-Man. And the reason why I'm slapping him in there is because he's black and red. All the other Spider-Men I have extra, like Scarlet Spider, Miles Morales, Symbiote Spider, they was never in the game. And true, you know, Ben Reilly was never in the game neither. But that's only because you watching him mad hard. Don't think of him as Ben Reilly. Think of him as player 2 Spider-Man. Black and red. So this is as close to it as I'm gonna get right now. I'm not gonna take down my Renew Your Vow Spider-Man. I'm not gonna take down my House of M Spider-Man. I'm not taking down those guys. They're too pivotal for what I got going on. But I have an extra Ben Reilly for reasons like this. So this black and red to me is gonna be the player 2 for Marvel. And it makes perfect sense because Street Fighter is doing player 2 versions. You feel me? And at the end of the day, you gotta remember one thing. This is Clever's Earth 616. Just in case, you know, you forgot that. All right, so let's line these guys up. I'm going to see what I could do with these guys. I'm going to pose them, and we'll be back, and you let me know if this is a go. So this is what I was able to set it up with right here. Starting off from the left, we got Chun-Li and Captain America. And he's doing the double jump off the wall, trying to get around it. Got Ryu and Venom. The fireball effect. I'm really liking that right there. Long and Spider-Man. I know the effect is supposed to go like up and down, so I felt like it looks better going left to right for me. Then we got Ken and Wolverine, and that's my version of Wolverine doing a drill claw, going diagonal, and then Ken's about to blast him anyway, you know. M. Bison and Sabretooth got the 2 big boys in the back about to get down. I really like that cape and how that came out right there. Then Dalsim and Iron Man. You already know. Look at that. Stretchy effect. I love this, man. So this is my Street Fighter versus Marvel setup for right now. And as more come out, what's going to happen is I'll just take those down and put another shelf right there. So it'll be a continuation, as it grows. But this is what I got going on so far right now. I spent a bunch of hours doing this, but I like how it came out. Marvel vs. Street Fighter, Jada Toys meets Hasbro. And that's how we doing it. So let me know what you think in the comments. What you think about the shelf. I think it's a pretty good start. Until next time. Peace.